I'm talking about. My life is so freaking incredible. I know you guys are like, who is this guy up here? I don't know this guy. My name is Henry Montgomery, and I go by Poise. I'm an entertainer, and I'm also the boyfriend of Michelle Mangum. She's actually the technical lead at Pandora, so that's my girlfriend right there. And I actually happen to know the DJ Lucky from back in the day, so I asked him could I do a song that I actually completed, so he was nice enough to let me do it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And I actually just finished this the other day, so thank you so much for allowing me this space. Let's roll, brother. Hey babe, you come up here, come up here. This song is called Politics Soul.
Survival of the state, however, necessitates public school is a ruling which increases the murder rate. While society indoctrinates through the media's manipulations, they got camps underground which lay in wait in concentration to ensure the survival of the beast is still in this nation like 1932. Nazi Germany, no complications and spiritual mutilations on radio, hip-hop stations leads to moralist behavior through mental ejaculations. And the sad part, the masses don't even know what they facing. Hit them with truth, they screaming horror like you was Jason. Political motivations, but dehumanizations by the authority of the court supreme. Justice formation will always leave you hopelessly chasing your American dream, while your life and family lies in poverty to the extreme. Your offspring through education, they're preparing for war for a nation that's masturbating the American horror's politics. All in black, others white, but all shit, it smells the same, bro, at the end of the night. Politics, our family trying to survive, I hustle daily on the block, just trying to keep them alive. But politics doesn't think I'm a man, wants me to turn the other cheek, but I just can't understand. It's politics, it's bullshit. It's politics, it's bullshit. Legislate, that's on the morals that this country was built. Monsters of guilt, cannibals, reeking the blood and the filth. If Elijah Muhammad was here, he called it jihad. Slice the crowns off these papers here in the temple of God. While police terrorize the streets, wearing six-pointed stores with the point facing downwards, but I know who you are. It's not the water, not a high initiates of the system to nations, tribes, and religion. I done made my decision, I'm standing strong. Yet a student I grow in the law of righteousness, universal God with my flow. While slaying the beast, I used to pray, facing the east. My riches increase whenever there's a mic and I speak. Now ask yourself why the president always looking for war, so he can scare the public and then raise your taxes some more. You ever notice the sad music they play when somebody dies? That's to get you caught up emotionally in America's lives. It's politics. Some call it black, others white. Oh shit, it smells the same, bro, at the end of the night.
Long story short, you may ask yourself what type of person, a killer person. I wasn't a gang member. I graduated from high school. I didn't do drugs. I didn't rob people. I didn't steal, you know. I was basically a good kid. Just grew up in a violent neighborhood. Got jumped a lot of times by gangs. Grew up watching my mom being abused. Couldn't protect her, had a lot of guilt. Last time I got robbed, and I've been hospitalized a few times, got stabbed, you know. I mean, it's funny how I can just say this like it's nothing, but went through a lot of stuff basically. And one day I just made up my mind, and I actually remember the day that it happened. I got robbed. I had a friend who used to walk me home, like if I would stay late at his house, he would walk me to the bus stop. And this particular night I was like, no, I'm cool. I said, I'll call you when I get home. So I get to the bus stop, I got robbed, got beat, ran back to his house. I told him what happened. So he was like, come on, let's go get the dudes. So we started going back towards where the dudes were. And I got like a half a block from it. I said, no, man, I'm cool. Let's just go this way. So we turned the other way. And as I was walking, I just remembered that anger. And I literally looked up at the sky and I cursed God. And I said, if you can't protect me, the next dude that try to hurt me, I'm gonna kill him. And about 6 months later, I'm on a double date, minding my own business. I'm going to school in this school called California Impact, getting ready to go to the service. Me and my god brother and 2 girls were in Santa Monica on the Santa Monica Pier. And I run into this guy who's drunk, but I don't know that he's drunk, and he's acting real crazy. And he's mad because the girl that I'm with don't want to talk to him. So she tells him, this is my boyfriend. He tells her, I don't give a F, I feel like fighting anyway. The guy had a 2-year-old son. The guy was telling his son, Justin, that this is a B right here. You're going to watch your daddy beat this B's A. And he continued to threaten and harass me for about 40 minutes while spitting on me, literally. This went on for like 40 minutes. The word embarrassment doesn't even come close to the way that I felt, humiliated. I'm thinking all the stuff that I've been through. Why does this always happen to me? And it came a point when they left and they came back. And when they came back, they were playing like they had a gun. And I found out later that they didn't even have a gun. They were just playing, trying to scare me. And long story short, the guy, the last thing that he called me was Pretty Boy. He was like, Pretty Boy, you ready to fight? And I wouldn't even look at the dude, I was so scared of him. And he was like, you hear me calling you? He said, Pretty Boy, you ready to fight? And when I turned to look at him, he spit, a goblet spit in my face. And that's when I just blanked out. And I ended up stabbing him 11 times, and I stabbed his cousin in front of his 2-year-old son. And I went to court for 2 years fighting my case. I took a deal for involuntary manslaughter, but when the judge found out that I had an assault on my juvenile record, and his father found out that I had taken a deal, he talked to the judge, they took the deal back, forced me to trial, gave me 16 to life. I had a lot of anger inside. I didn't have any remorse because I felt that I didn't ask for this, I didn't start it, I didn't edge it on. Some people get what they deserve. I felt all of that until I met the Healing Circle, which was a few years ago in San Quentin. And Paulette used to, I always tell the story that a lot of people used to come in, Elsa, Rosa, Maddie, Maggie, and they would tell us these stories, and I didn't really understand the impact of what I had did to the family of the guy who I murdered, and regardless who was at fault. And I remember Paulette used to walk around with a picture of her son, and I didn't want to look at that picture because when I was in court, I remember the DA kept putting a picture of the guy that I killed on the desk trying to get a reaction out of me. So one day, Paulette sat next to me and she gave me her picture with her son laying on that table in that morgue. And I had to really look at the picture because I couldn't turn away from it. And at that moment, that's when I really realized the pain that I had caused to his family. And I started really, feeling bad about it and wanting to do something about it. And I'll end this in a quick second. And George used to always tell me, well, a lot of you guys make these promises in prison. You say you want to do this good stuff. When you get out, you want to stop the violence, but nobody ever shows up to the Healing Circle. And one day he kind of pissed me off because I told him over and over, I'm going to be there. I'm the type of person, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I told him, I'm going to be there. And he was like, okay, well, we're going to see. And I don't come every time, but I do show up and I do work in the community. And I've been blessed to give presentations at schools, and every day I try to give back. I know that I can never make up for what I did, but I'm doing the best that I can do, and I will dedicate the rest of my life to stopping this violence. And thank you for allowing me to speak, and thank you, Healing Circle.
And he ends it with the big one. It's over. Yes, it's 2. I took him out. I took him out. I took him out. Yeah. I beat a 14-year-old. What's that show? How smart is a 5th grader? No, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Well, I'm better than a 14-year-old on the basketball court.
You're not better than I let you. You know I was huffing and puffing, I let you.
I know how you huffing and puffing and you're 14.
I'll let you.
I'm 48 though.
Run it back then.
2 years from 50 years old.
Run it back. I'll let you.
Alright, I'm here with Maddie Scott and 1,000 other people for the Stop the Violence Gun Buyback Rally, San Francisco. Oh, there you go. Got a brother right there. Yes, sir. Doing great, sir. So how do you
What
feel?
happens is tenderloin when you fuck around.
That's what happens in the tenderloins when you don't mess around in the tenderloins.
This is what really happens. Then you knock your teeth out.
And there you go. You have it.
Let 'em hit you
Yes,
first.
sir. That's right. Get it in. All right. We're not trying to support violence, but I feel them.
A movement of mothers, grandmothers, aunts and uncles around the country who have been affected by gun violence. And as you know today, that's why we're here. We're here to say no more.
No more!
We're here to say no more.
No more!
I'm here with my colleague, Coletta Jackson Lane, sojourner to Boston Family Service Agency, who we work side by side. We have been working since
That's
5
my
o'clock
friend,
this morning, so
Maddie
we
Scott,
apologize for being 10
Black
minutes
Panther
late.
activist. Her son was murdered by gun violence.
I lost my other son, Robert, to violence. He lost his life because he wouldn't help some guy fight, and he didn't even know the guy. So the guy seen my son a month later and shot him at a bus stop, shot him in the back and killed my son. But I got justice for him because he's in jail doing 85 years. So I got justice for both of my sons.
All right.
And God bless all of y'all in here, everybody, okay? I don't know y'all, but y'all feel my pain. But I love all y'all anyway, especially Ms. Scott for bringing me here.
Yeah.
And like she was saying, I lost contact with Ms. Scott years after my first son was murdered. So, but I'm back with her now. So, God bless all y'all.
My kid's father was murdered. He was chased down this very street in 2007, September 2nd. They called us killers. They went to jail, but they got off. They got out. They roaming the streets now, right now today.
abandoned me. And I did 24 years straight. So I literally felt like the coffin was my cell. And so for me to be able to express that and to get that out, 'cause I'm still dealing with issues with my family. That's one of the reasons why I moved to the Bay. I'm from Los Angeles. And I'm like, I'm cool on y'all. And I came up here and met people who I consider my family, like people that's right here on the stage. So that's a real personal, it's healing, and yet it's giving you a side for those who may have something incarcerated. It's giving you something, they'll never tell you how they're really feeling on the inside, and especially as men, you know, with the male role belief system, they can't tell you that I'm afraid, or I'm scared, or I'll miss my mom, or whatever, you know, we gotta be hard, and all that. So it's an honor to be able to express, you know, me.
Well,
Let's get it. That paper.
He's working in law enforcement, saw there wasn't even more that he could do for the victims of violence. And as Kate Kelly reports, his efforts to bring hope and healing have earned him this week's Jefferson Award.
My name is Elsa Casillas. My son, Alberto Casillas, was murdered in a drive-by shooting on January 7th of 2007.
My name is Francia. My son was Dante White. He was murdered April the 27th, 2006.
The names and dates are like open wounds, visible, painful, and why these families have joined the Healing Circle, a support group led by George Duran.
Our purpose here is to heal. It's to educate those who aren't educated about what happens to families who experience violence.
Twice a month, family members meet at the Paradise Baptist Church in the Ingleside district of San Francisco. They come from cities around the Bay Area, bringing photographs, so no one forgets the faces behind the statistics.
I wanted a place where people can come and not feel judged, to not feel that they were alone in their loss.
George's day job is with the San Francisco Sheriff's Office. It puts him in touch with crime victims year after year. He saw them struggling with tragedy long after their stories had disappeared from the headlines.
We're there after a year, 2 years, 3 years.
George brings a unique perspective from working 2 decades in the criminal justice system. He believes that in order to stop violence, the healing has to happen on both sides. So George takes the Healing Circle into jails and prisons to bring crime victims and perpetrators together.
When the Healing Circle first came inside, we were afraid of them, you know, because we thought that they were coming in to judge us and to bash us, you know.
Former inmate Henry Montgomery was serving time at San Quentin for a murder he committed as a teenager. He came face to face with Bay Area mothers whose sons were also murdered.
My first time going into San Quentin, I was really scared, shivering.
Within the next 6 months, it went from adversarial to we're family.
I really got a lot of insight on what I had done and the pain that I had caused.
Henry was released from San Quentin several months ago and continues to come to the Healing Circle meetings.
It really impacts us because then we know that we're changing people for the good.
We were once victims, but now we're survivors.
That's what inspires me, to see families being brought back together, and instead of despair, there's hope.
So, for providing education, advocacy, and support for those whose lives have been changed by violent crime, this week's Jefferson Award in the Bay Area goes to George Duran. Kate Kelly, KPIX 5.
Hello, my name is Henry. I'll be singing Shower Me With Your Love by Service.